Hello everybody, my name is Maria and today I want to share with you one of the best strategies for mining in Disney Dreamlight Valley. This is my way of doing it and I'm a person who really doesn't like spending time mining. So for me the most important thing is efficiency. I will divide this video into several parts. Doing all of the steps allows me to collect more than 30 iron orbs in about 8 minutes. Therefore, in half an hour you can easily mine about 100 iron orbs. So, if that's something that interests you, please continue watching and let's begin with the first step. Prepare your inventory. In this step, I don't only mean that your inventory needs to be as clean as possible, but I also mean that you need to prepare some really nutritious meals for your character. Most of us have our storage room at home, so just feel free to unload everything that you won't need and then go to the oven and cook yourself lots and lots of meals. The number of meals really, I think, depends on how much time you have to mine. So I usually prepare about 20 to 25 meals, just in case. For me, it's berries salad with cream. I don't remember the exact name, but it's something like that. Because I just feel that it's one of the most nutritious meals that gives a lot of energy to our character, and it's a very low effort meal because you can always pick up berries, you can always pick up fruit. The only thing that actually needs a little bit of work is sugarcane, but they are one of the most fast growing crops in the game. You also need milk. For that you need gold, which you can get by just selling things. The second step is plan your route. And yeah, I know, again with preparation, but to be honest, I think this is probably the most important step for getting the fastest results. You see these big mining stones, they respawn in the time needed to run around several biomes. This means that if you plan your route, you can actually mine infinitely, so to say, because you don't need to wait for stones to respawn. They will just always be there when you come back. First thing you need to do here is to decide which resource you need the most, because as you know, different biomes give different amounts of resources. For example, if you need just plain stones, the best places for it are Plaza, Peaceful Meadow, and Dazzle Beach. While the others also might give you some stones, these ones will be the most resourceful. The same goes for iron. You will get the most from Glade of Trust and Forest of Velour, and I can probably say Sunlit Plateau, but with Sunlit Plateau it's always like 50-50 chance, because sometimes it gives a lot of iron and sometimes almost none. For this video I just did like a general route where we're just mining all the resources, and for me the best thing that works, starting in the Forest of Velour closer to the Dazzle Beach and then going into Frosted Heights. From there, going to the Forest of Velour again, and then to Plaza, to Sunlit Plateau, to Forbidden Forest, coming back to Sunlit Plateau, through Plaza, going to Peaceful Meadow, then Glade of Trust, then Dazzle Beach. We come back to Forest of Velour. This way we get a really nice closed circle route. The most important thing here is not trying to get every mining stone you see on your path, because your goal here is to avoid running back and forth, if you know what I mean. So ideally you must be able to draw one line from the beginning of your path to the end. And now let's talk about the last piece of the puzzle. And the third step, the last one, is work with your partner. So you take whoever you want. In my case, it is Elsa. Then you go and find a stone for mining that is located in a way that allows you to, well, trap your partner. I know that some people do the same trick for gardening, but to be honest, I think that it is much more useful for mining, just in my personal opinion. You see, the thing is, when you will finish mining, they will give you every extra resource. At the same time, they will do it in a small circle, to be more exact, in a small square. While in gardening, they throw everything at once and it just takes a lot of space and you're not able to collect it, and then you need to pick it up manually, so to say, and it doesn't really save you any time. But with mining, you're able to pick it up at once and you don't need to worry about it. As you can see, this method is really great because you don't need to wait for your mining partner to throw resources at you when you are mining. You can just continue running around and mining resources yourself. There are two things, though, to be aware of. The first thing is that you don't enter any houses and stores. I can't emphasize that enough because I've forgotten about it so many times. Because if you do that, everything will reset and they will just get out of there and throw everything at you when you don't need it or when you are not prepared. The second thing, it is important to make sure that your last mining stone is close to the location of the trap. It is important because when you will let them out, your partner will go to the last mining stone. That means that if, for example, they're trapped in Frosted Heights and the last time you mine was in Glade of Trust, they will run there. And the third thing about it is that you need to let them out once in a short period of time, because sometimes they glitch and they throw everything at you even though you didn't let them out, and sometimes it's inconvenient. So for me, as I mentioned, one route takes about 8 to 10 minutes. I let them out once in 8 to 10 minutes accordingly, and it usually works okay. I know that some of the steps seem pretty obvious, and maybe you already knew that, maybe you knew most of them, but this is what I've done with trial and error, and this is what works best for me. I don't really have problems anymore with mining. Of course, it still takes a lot of time, especially if you need a lot of resources, but I honestly hope that this video helped you to organize your efforts and time in the best way possible. Please check out my Disney Dreamlight Valley playlist on my channel, because it's the place where I upload all of my tips and tricks, and I already have a tour of my village there, and this is the game that I'm surprisingly passionate about. I think it's a great game and I recommend it to a lot of people. There will be new videos on that playlist, of course. If you're interested also in any other Let's Play videos, I also have other games. For example, Dreamlight... Wait, no, not Dreamlight. Dreamfall, The Longest Journey, Dragon Age, Sudeki, Life is Strange, and of course there will be many more in the future. So I would be really grateful if you check that out. That's it for today, and I wish you the most wonderful day. Bye!